What up, my ladies and gentlemen? My name is Pyro, and we're starting very good with just doing wrong stuff already. Okay, there we go. Alright, what's up everyone, Pyro here, and welcome to the first episode of the Royal Phoenix podcast. And today we have our very first guest right there, EddieTheBear. Say hello to the people.
Hello, my name is EddieTheBear. I'm a streamer. I'm a variety streamer. I stream all kinds of games and stuff. Hi.
All right. So this podcast is a pilot. This first episode is our pilot. We don't know when the next episode will be. Maybe in like 3 months. Maybe next week. Maybe next year. We don't know. I just want to try out to make some kind of a podcast, just like everyone else, but with our own little twist on it. It's by smaller streamers helping out other smaller streamers by giving each other shoutouts. And the first one we picked is, of course, Eddie. I have worked with Eddie back in the day during conventions, especially in Aircon, locally in Sweden. So this podcast is not going to be only in English. We are going to switch between Swedish and English. So keep that in mind. Självklart. So short introduction about Eddie again. This time just in English. Then we're just going to go haywire all over the place. So the mic is yours.
All right, so, well, I'm EddieTheBear. I'm a variety streamer. I stream all kinds of games, like I mentioned. I've been streaming now for almost 3 years. I would say it's getting close to 3 years. It all started when I was just a friend sat next to me when I was playing a game, and he was like, "Hey, I would love to watch this, but at home." And I was like, well, what can I do? I was like, you should try streaming. I was like, oh, okay. And that's how I started my streaming career.
Right. I can give you the first question instantly. What was the first game you streamed? Do you remember which one it was?
It was exactly the same game he wanted to see, and it was DayZ.
DayZ?
And it was a whitelisted role-playing server, which is, you know...
Okay.
Really
I was expecting by the cosplays. By the way, Eddie is a cosplayer as well, so that's why I worked with him as well during the conventions. He is cosplaying different characters. The great thing about cosplay in general is just you can be whatever you want. There's nothing wrong cosplaying whatever you want, but you cosplay characters that fits your body type. In the case of, you are very like heavy. You see the joke?
Of course.
So my first thought of the first game you were streaming, I thought it was Team Fortress 2 actually, because I've seen you cosplaying as heavy a lot of times.
Right.
So that was my first guess. But DayZ. So DayZ. So for anyone who's been living under a rock. Doesn't know what DayZ is, except it's a survival game. What are your first impressions about the game in that perspective?
Oh, it's a jogging simulator. You spend a lot of time going from places to place.
All right, but there is zombies as well, right? Yeah,
definitely.
there is like a survival game set in like an apocalyptic zombie island-ish.
Yeah, exactly. It's a somewhere in the Russian region, I think.
Yeah, and it is also some switch over to like a little bit of PUBG without the zombies.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is not. DayZ was before the battle royale genre became a thing. It is still the survival aspect of it, but no ring of fire closing in.
Yeah.
It's more an open server. It's an open server.
Yeah. You jump in, you try to stay alive.
You die, and you can reset.
Yeah, you have to reset once you die.
Is there something special about how you die? Is it like your body still stays in there as long as you're like you die, you become a zombie, and then there's gonna be like a lifeless body walking around, right?
No, it's basically it's like your corpse will just stay there for anyone
Yeah.
for any person to come up and loot your shit.
Yeah,
but,
and then when you loot it, you just disappear.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So they see, goddamn. So this podcast doesn't have any script, for everyone asking. The only key points I'm using for the podcast is having Eddie as just a bouncing wall, like I toss the ball to the bouncing wall, he answered.
Yeah, of course, it's
it's
common discussion.
It's something. It's gonna. The idea of the podcast is aiming to be like community driven in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have nobody watching, but still, the idea is there, and the people will come in the future later on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about cosplay, because I've seen you cosplay different characters through the years. The first one I met you was in Bane costume.
Oh, you met my first one was Bane. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the first time I met you was in a Bane costume.
Right.
And you were so on point with the character. It is the Bane based on the Dark Knight series.
The Dark Knight, yeah, exactly.
The live action version, if anyone asks.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone wants to see it, there will be a link on YouTube later on guiding you to that montage, and then it's going to be like a scavenger hunt. Find him if you want to.
In the description.
In the description below on YouTube. So if anyone asks later on, this podcast is sponsored by water. It's free in Sweden, and it's better than the American. You need to buy it.
Obviously.
And
by the way, it does not come with the bottle. I just had to measure that. Yeah.
No, water is it's from the kran. From kranen.
Of course.
All right, kranvatten. So then after that, if I remember correctly, just the year after that, you were cosplaying as Heavy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My first cosplay was actually Heavy, and it's I can tell you I had like a beta version of the guy, because I had hair at a point, hair on my head, and I did not know I looked good without hair.
Oh,
so I it was very beta version of I didn't have the bullet belt. I had a bandana over my head instead. Oh my god!
All right.
Good times.
Yeah, you did your own interpretation of the character.
Exactly.
Which is very respectable in the cosplay community. That there's nothing wrong cosplaying as a character. You just need to have an idea or a concept, because there is rule. What rule do you have? We have like a rule 63. If there is one version of the character, there is the opposite gender of it.
Right, of course.
The crossplay, the gender swap. There is also people with other ethnicities cosplaying as a character that doesn't have the same ethnicity. Oh my god, this tongue twisters all over the place.
No, I get it.
So cosplay is, I feel like it is still, yeah, there is some in the community that is going to argue if it's right or wrong, but at the end of the day, if you have a passion to cosplay something, it's up to you. In my case, I don't cosplay, but if I would cosplay, I would like to cosplay as Echo from League of Legends.
That'd be awesome.
But I feel like it's the other thing about cosplay, and where I am very impressed by the community, is the time they put for the costumes.
It's insane.
Yours a great example. Like Heavy, the last time I saw you as Heavy, there is more detail. From the first time I saw you, it was like basic Heavy. Then you went more in detail, having more stuff. Like I play TF2 once or twice every year, and there's so many cosmetics. God damn, so many cosmetics.
That's what's so fun with Steve too, because you can take your favorite items and just.
I remember somebody cosplaying as Pyro, and that's my main character. That's why I use my name is based. Half my name is based on that character. Like Pyro is just an element of weapon choice, and that's my main character in Team Fortress 2. I play Pyro every single time because it's fun. But back to the cosplay thing. There's a guy. There was a person. I was gonna say him or she, just non-binary, because Pyro is non-binary. The person had My Little Pony on its belt.
That's awesome.
And that's a detail. That's a detail that the cosplay community really respect, because Team Fortress 2 characters have cosmetics, and they can just look whatever they want to. I have on my account. I have Octodad hats on every single character because that's the only cosmetic hat I have. So every time I play any character, I have an Octodad hat running around with. I look stupid, but it's fun.
Good old Octodad.
I have Octodad. One day I will stream that as well. So, one thing you have been streaming a lot, or two games you have been streaming a lot of those. We're gonna talk about those today. One is Stardew Valley, and the second one is Sea of Thieves.
Aye.
One of these games has been proclaimed by the internet as a dead game, but you still play it. And it gets better and better and getting a stronger community for every single time the EA gets an update, and that's Sea of Thieves. Because I feel like I want to play Sea of Thieves one day, and I will be happy to join you on a quest in the future. But for now, introduce for the people who's still living under a rock, what is Sea of Thieves?
I would say Sea of Thieves is basically a build. It's like a Build-A-Bear, but it's a build your own adventure sort of deal instead. I would say the first half year of the game was a really rough start because it was a bit overpriced, especially for the amount of content that was in it. But Sea of Thieves is a build your own adventure pirate game where you go out there and you go like for treasure, you fight skeletons, very Pirates of the Caribbean sort of deal. It's absolutely amazing.
It's a pirate simulator, but
yeah,
it's kind of like a pirate simulator, but it's more in the beginning it started like No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely. The difference is No Man's Sky and when I think about it, No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves have the same type of timeline when it comes to how it developed. Both started off as something very big, a big hype, because people have been asking for that kind of game of open world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, No Man's Sky went haywire with like 3, 5, 10 times bigger than Sea of Thieves when it comes to scale. But the difference between those two is Sea of Thieves was instantly a multiplayer game, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just speculating here.
No. It was built as a PvE /
No Man's
PvP
Sky.
game.
No Man's Sky did the mistake of making it a single player game. So I think that's the difference. How Sea of Thieves started better than No Man's Sky, and people stayed playing Sea of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the updates were more regular, more up to date. The community was still thriving with them and supporting it. And I think who was the biggest streamer when it comes to Sea of Thieves? I think it's
there's a couple.
Summit 1G, right?
Yeah, Summit 1G was
Summit 1G is one of them.
And there's like the Captain Falcor. There's a couple.
Yeah.
But
I think the one I'm thinking about was just Summit 1G when he decided to don't play Fortnite anymore.
of course.
I think that's how he decided to just switch over to whatever he wants. Yeah. So the latest update. When was the latest update of Sea of Thieves?
It wasn't that long ago. It was like a week ago, and where they added. A lot of people were really happy that they added like you can be an emissary for the companies in the game. That's absolutely amazing. You can like increase the longer you play, the more money you get, basically, like percentage wise. But the biggest thing that people were really happy about was they added cats. You can have cats in the game now, which is just
a pet. A pet in that case. You could have other pets than cats.
Yes.
What pet can you get?
So right now you can get there's 3 different races in every category of pets.
Okay.
So there's 3 kinds of parrots, 3 kinds of monkeys, and there's 3 kinds of cats right now. So.
Wait, so we have cats, and there's 3 types of cats.
Yeah.
We have monkeys, 3 types of monkeys, and what was the third one?
Parrots.
Parrots, of course, parrots, and 3 types of those as well. Okay, so we have 6 types of pets you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Nine.
Nine.
So 3 times 3. Quick maths.
don't worry, I don't do math.
Quick maths. Quick maths. All right. So what does the parrot? The pets have as a do they have an ability when you use them, or are they just pets?
See, in Sea of Thieves, everything you get, everything you do is mainly not all the items you buy.
Mm-hmm.
Including the pets, it's just pure cosmetic and immersion. Like the pets is only on your ship. Like it don't give you any advantage. They're only there to pick them up.
Advantage.
You can like have them follow you. You can have them stay on the ship. You can shoot them out of the cannon if you feel like it.
they do return, right?
Of course.
You see them swimming like 300 meters away, like with your telescope, like. Oh yeah, I can see him still swimming. Yeah, all right. So that's something that could be interesting to just fool around with.
Of course.
Trying to fix some more details here because it's just you and me on the screen. I'm trying to update a little thing here, but I'm coming to that.
One step at a time.
Sea of Thieves. Let's see. How long has that been out? Like 3 years now? Or 4?
We're almost at 3 years.
Almost at 3 years because I saw that they have like seasons, right? And anniversaries, right? They celebrate. They do celebrate anniversary. Yeah.
I believe Sea of Thieves has their anniversary on the 22nd of March, I think. So we're past that.
Right.
It's a little over 2 years old right now.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So by each anniversary, they do something special, right?
Of course.
So can you run through the previous anniversaries for me? So while I'll fix over here.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, the first anniversary was probably the most important one from the game. They actually they were trying to keep it like a monthly updating schedule, and then they were like, "Shit, this is not working out," because the updates were kind of broken. This was the first year was really rough, as I said. And then they were like, "Okay, we'll take we're gonna take our time with the anniversary updates." So it was like a half year.
Right.
Of nothing, no updates until the first anniversary, and that's when they introduced something called the Tall Tales.
Okay, the Tall Tales. Okay.
And the Tall Tales is such an amazing experience. It's story-driven quests there's 9 story-driven quests.
Okay.
That you go around the world and you do this and you follow these books that you pick up, and that's where you really do this typical Pirates of the Caribbean sort of deal. You go into caves, you solve mysteries, puzzles,
You
talk
fight
to
skeletons.
you fight skeletons,
All right.
and you have to have all these clues in the books that you have to sort of try to figure out. It's really awesome. That's and that was really helpful for the game. And then past the first anniversary, it was still rough. But I would say that half a year ago, that's when they finally became to a good standard, because now since then they're releasing.
They were experimenting a lot.
Yeah, but now they're releasing monthly updates.
Yeah.
That are good and balanced. There's always good content. And now that we finally
good content.
have a good standard. now that they finally have good standards, of course the freaking the COVID-19 strikes, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have to slow down.
Is it like a good timing or a bad timing, really? Because COVID-19...
No, it's bad because they were doing so good. They were doing so good with updates. And
when you think about it, yeah, they need to be in an office to work with updates and stuff like that. But still, the possibilities for us who makes content or live stream, it's when I think about it, it's actually very bad because everything has stopped. Live events, production, updates. I mean, the big companies like Riot Games, they just pick the pieces and move, and they can still work. But they work in a slower pace.
Of course.
They make it work. But a company like Sea of Thieves, they are smaller. And it gets very difficult for a company like that.
The company is rare. And they're
wait,
fine.
it's rare. That's true. Wait.
But they
it will work.
They have announced that they are most of them are working from home, which it works, but it obviously won't be as good as the normal updates.
The trading companies of the Sea of...
It's only going to be like, what do you call it? Quality of life improvements and such.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. But at the end of the day, they will make it through. They will work things out, and they will be great at the end. But
of course,
the thing I think is it will take time, a lot of time. I mean, hell of a long time.
So, I've had a bunch of events. I don't only do streaming and cosplaying. I also go to like airsoft. I LARP.
Oh, you do that? All right.
What LARP is? It's
I know. I know what it is.
Live
explain for the one who doesn't know.
It stands for live action role playing, and it's like you go into an immersive real life event that you pretend that world is real for a couple of days, which is really awesome. But anyways, so there was like I was gonna be at 2 of those this spring, but they've been canceled.
Oh yeah,
and
for COVID, yeah. Okay.
At this rate, I think if we're unlucky, even like something like Nacon and DreamHack is gonna.
Yeah, they're still trying to work things out and see if they can still make it. But I have my doubts actually. But I know that there are on Nacon on the YouTube channel they are actually streaming cosplay SM right now on the channel right now. From last year.
That's
as like a cover up, but also to hype up for the possibility of do it this year. But it's still it is still very very difficult time for anyone who wants to be part of to go to a convention basically just by everything that's been happening. It just we're ourselves are trying to do our best to just survive this thing, but also trying to also see the bright side of it. What can we do? What can we do of this difficult time? What are the possibilities we can do? Us, like I'm a student. I study from home now. on a distance course, and it's hell. But we're making it through. In your case, what do you work with otherwise?
Well, my father is a handyman. We construct not a full house, but we renovate stuff and stuff.
Right.
And it's been rough because not a lot of people don't want to. We
Hire?
depend a lot of yeah, exactly. We depend on people hiring us. Because we put out ads and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's been very low.
It's very yeah. I
People
mean,
don't want to invite people.
I mean, for anyone who works in the field, like construction workers, basically everyone who works in the public or outside, they have a very hard time to make things work. There is the big companies, they don't have any problems. They just kind of lift a rock and pick some people that are unemployed, and that's it. But people that have like independent companies, like your father, they need more support. And for everyone else listening in the future, try to help out the local communities, the small organizations, because there is a difference when it comes to like companies and companies. The small companies are actually the ones with the passion behind it, right? The big companies, they had that passion at the beginning, but when they feel like they are that big, I don't think there's the same type of passion anymore. Take McDonald's as a great example. In the 90s, when I was growing up, my dad, his boss, was very passionate with having McDonald's in the town, and made sure, with the passion he had for advertising and sponsorships, he made sure that no other restaurant could enter this town. But when he left and another boss jumped in, the other restaurants just flocked into town. So we have there's a difference between bosses as well,
right?
And organizations. We going deep now. Damn.
Yeah, no, of course. Because I think the people that have the work areas that have been struck the hardest is probably like I'm thinking bars, maybe stand-up comedies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the bars, the musicians.
You know it's bad when Irish pubs get closed. That's when you know.
Oh
it's bad.
god damn! I can't imagine worse. I mean, imagine like one thing. Personally, esports has been closed for a couple of days or like weeks. We got very nervous, all of us who love to see esports. But I think my father is very depressed for not being able to watch any soccer or football.
Oh.
And he's a big football, like, passionate about it. He loves to see Liverpool play and all that. And we were winning. We were winning Premier League right now. But yeah, I think we won anyway.
Right.
The only thing we can see now is like the World Cup from '94. Have you seen some of those games?
No, I haven't.
Here, like, and if anyone asks, here in Sweden, we don't have our football league active right now, but they replaced the actual like schedule and rebroadcast the World Cup from '94 when we took the bronze medal in the US. They are broadcasting it again during weekends because there's nothing else to show.
Yeah, no,
it's crazy.
Understand.
It's crazy the idea of doing it. First and foremost, is like the only game I want to watch from that cup is when we get the bronze medal.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in watching the rest of the games they're gonna show. I have to wait like a month.
Yeah,
I will wait. I will wait. I will wait.
Patience is key.
Patience is key.
Zen.
I did do an experiment, like streaming the game from the Swedish television player onto our Twitch right here on this Twitch. I think you jumped in and followed us during that time as well.
Cool.
Yeah, just to fool around, because those will not be available in the future. I can promise you that. Anyway, we talked about Sea of Thieves, and you're hyped for the next update, of course, right?
Well, right now we don't have much information on the next update, but I am always hyped for any new content to the game.
Right now we have, of course, stupid COVID-19. Fuck you, COVID-19.
Definitely.
So we can probably expect like midsummer, maybe another update, or maybe after summer.
They're managing to land a monthly update so far. So 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Next one.
All right. Okay. All right. So one thing we just talked to Sea of Thieves, and one day I will join you on a quest, definitely, but not on this channel, on my channel with you, in like what is called squad mode.
What's that?
Squad mode, is that what it's called when you stream on Twitch?
Oh yeah, you can,
Squad mode.
Squad mode.
Yeah, that's something they that idea is actually taken from another website, where you can type in the names of the Twitch channels, and then you enter to that website. You can see multiple streams at once.
Yeah, I recall that site. Before they added this.
Yeah. So when they presented squad mode, I was like, sneaky Twitch right there. Yeah, I see what you're doing right there. Pretty good job. And I like squad mode. It's a very good feature. It really helps out the small communities, especially when you do something together. One thing I have realized this past months or weeks from you, you've been streaming with your wife.
Not my wife, but my girlfriend. Yes.
Your wife. Your pirate wife. And how was that experience before streaming with your girlfriend and now? How is like the atmosphere as a pirate, plundering and killing skeletons?
For me it's not that different. She has the same passion as me with the game. So it's like we're just enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, you're having a great time. I see you two having a very great time. Very two lovebirds on a ship, tossing kisses to each other. It's just lovely to see, man. It's just lovely to see.
Thank you.
And I can say that if you're enjoying it, I can assure you that people watching actually enjoys it as well, because there's not many like streamers I have seen doing it as a stream with their girlfriends in that case. Because there is like the big streamers, their relationships they don't have a relationship with somebody in the case of streaming with them. Because maybe just because of streaming schedule and the daily streaming aspect and stuff like that, but you're keeping it very solid with your streaming it like that. So the other game you were streaming with her is Terraria, right? No, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. I was mixing the two up. Sorry, my bad. But Terraria.
I was like
Stardew Valley.
Surprised. I was pleasantly surprised when I asked her, like, have you seen Stardew Valley? And she was like, yeah, I've seen it. Have you played it? No. I was like, oh, I immediately.
It's time to explore a new world.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for everyone else asking, what the hell is Stardew Valley? Do you want to have the honors to explain them what it is?
I'll try my best. Stardew Valley is basically if you know what Harvest Moon and or the new one, what is it called, Animal Crossing. It's kind of like that, but it's more like a bit retro, like pixelated 2D graphics that you can play with other people, and you manage a farm. You befriend or can marry the villagers and stuff, and the more you play, the more you open up different new areas depending on what you do in the game, and it's just a very wholesome game. There's no stress.
It's very like unique in the way of that's the magic of like pixelated games, because Stardew Valley is very pixelated. It's a flatter version of Minecraft.
Yeah.
If you understand that term, it is like Terraria in a case, but the difference is instead of moving just left and right, you can go ups and down. You can go more explore in like overhead version of Terraria in that case.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is that you can't dig down, right?
No.
You can
there is a mine, yes.
Yeah, but you can explore otherwise around. It is like Animal Crossing in the case of being more pixelated.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the difference, you don't have like a raccoon you're owning bells to. Right?
A raccoon?
Tom Nook.
Oh, you mean Tom Nook? No. You don't have a guy coming asking you for money.
You don't owe him no money now. Okay, that's the difference. Okay. Stardew Valley is the same for me. I haven't played it at all, either. I'm a kind of. When you ask me, I feel like a kind of boring streamer in that case. I stick with my League of Legends, which I have now started to leave a lot, like put it on the side. I have now gone over to like Teamfight Tactics and the other games Riot have made to give them a chance. The only game I think I'm not gonna play from them is actually Valorant. I don't.
Valorant, yeah.
I don't feel into that game really. How are you feeling about Valorant in the case of?
I should
the hype behind it.
I tried my first round of it yesterday.
You got a key as well?
Yeah, and I can define it as it's like a slower version of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I would say it's like a slower version, and if you missed that from CS:GO, I don't think that'll be the game for you. But aside from that, I had fun. I enjoyed it. Like it's you have a lot more options to push and defend and all that stuff.
All right. So, okay, yeah, I did do a switch on the scenes a little bit to showcase Stardew Valley a little bit. I think it looked pretty good. Nice. But yeah, how long have we done this episode right now? 41 minutes. That's good.
Nice.
That's good. Can we stretch it to 1 hour maybe?
Yeah, we can start with that 1 hour, and if we feel that we have we haven't said enough, we can probably.
The mission is to get like an hour and do nice. So, is there any game you haven't streamed before that you will stream in the future? It can be anything. You have. Like Twitch has given you the permission and the equipment to stream any game you want to play that you haven't streamed before. You get the capture cards, you get the console and the game, and the people behind the game give you the full permission to play it, because Nintendo sometimes can be a bit annoying. What game is it? And explain to the rest why it is.
Right, so I think the one game I really want to try, not just try it, but of course I want to show my experience to the people, is Half-Life Alyx.
Oh, a new title. Okay. Half-Life Alyx is a VR game as well. So expect getting a VR set and all that jazz. Just.
Okay.
But have you played the previous ones?
Yes, I am a big fan of Half-Life.
Yeah. Okay. So you were the opposite of me. I'm a big fan of Portal. I'm a big Portal fan, and I love the lore behind it. I love everything about it. But I haven't been that into Half-Life.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same for you when it comes to Portal?
No, I like both Portal and Half-Life.
Okay, you have done your fair share of both of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So why Half-Life Alyx, if I have to ask?
Well, why that would have to be is because first of all, it's the first game Valve has released in a long time. It's just amazing to see.
That's true. That's actually true.
The back to it. And
that's a no-brainer, really.
It's the Half-Life 3 we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's the Half-Life reboot, maybe.
It's a prequel to the current story. I want to see.
But it isn't Morgan Freeman, right? You don't follow in Morgan Freeman.
Not Morgan Freeman. You mean Gordon Freeman?
I mean Gordon Freeman. My bad, Freeman. Freeman is and Freeman.
Now Morgan Freeman comes in with his
yeah, Freeman.
Exactly. I'm not even sure you meet him in a game because this is before. I think this is the beginning of the 7-hour war. I
don't know the lore. I have no idea about the lore. So, what war? So
okay,
you can explain it to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, I can try to do a setup. Okay, so in the first game you're playing Gordon Freeman, obviously. The first game you're a scientist that is conducting an experiment, and you're the test subject per se, and you're pushing this rock into the teleporter because they're gonna see if what would happen if we do this. And you can imagine all hell breaks loose. Aliens get pushed into our dimension.
Mm-hmm. It opens a portal.
Yeah,
to another dimension of alien, pests.
Yeah.
Hold on, just a second.
Yeah.
Right. We can go. You can talk again.
All right. So, anyways, just to do like a sit rep. You focus the entire game just going from point A to B, trying to play the story of the game, and it all turns out that you go into this dimension eventually and fight this big brain looking thing, and that's pretty much the story of the first one. And then we fast forward to the second game, where the world has been taken over by the Combine, which is I can't really explain what they are. But
is that the same alien species from the other dimension, right?
No, apparently not. But they are still a part of the second game.
Okay.
Those aliens. But what happened was why it's called the 7-hour war is because the Combine came into our world and just ail them out, and they took over Earth in 7 hours. It's insane.
Right. So that's Valve's interpretation of us being fucked over by aliens.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So if any alien species is gonna take over the world, it will take 7 hours for them actually to really take over. We are so defenseless.
So I believe
you're welcome to. They're welcome to visit Sweden first because they will take over in like 2 hours.
so I believe Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Is when you start playing him in the second game, you're like in the middle of. The world has already been taken over by everything, so he's just in the middle of it. I believe Half-Life Alyx plays out during these 7 hours. I don't quote me on it, but I think it's like at the very beginning of when hell broke loose, basically. But I'm really curious to play it. I want to see what the deal is about.
All right, and that's Half-Life Alyx. and just showcase the gameplay a little bit of the game. So, Half-Life Alyx of all the games, and also because you have played VR before, right?
Yes.
What games have you tried?
Ooh, hold on. I have a little list here.
You have everything listed. Like, I did this and that.
I did
this
this.
one
But
too. And that one is me.
I think the one I really like the most right now, it's called Pavlov, and Pavlov is like Counter-Strike in virtual reality, basically.
I think I've heard it before.
And what you do in it is
Pavlov,
normally it's team versus team.
Yeah.
But I think that game mode I actually enjoyed the most. It's because people can have modded a lot of the maps and made their own game modes and such. And the one I love the most, it's called Trouble in Terrorist Town. Do you
it's from the Gmods.
Yeah,
you can play it in Gmod as well. That's fun.
Someone has made a very intricate version of that in Pavlov. It's literally the same as if you would play in Garry's mod. You have
Pavlov is kind of like Garry's mod, but in VR.
I would say it's like
it doesn't have the unlimited access like Gmod has.
Exactly.
But Pavlov is close enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Sounds very cool.
And you have these, just like in Garry's mod, you have these roles. You have the detective, the innocents, and the traitors.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really fun. Yeah,
Trouble in Terrorist Town is not actually an independent game. It's a game mode.
Yeah. That
you can play on not only on Pavlov or Garry's mod, but also now the door is removed. My mother is here. All right, we're gonna end the stream pretty quick, but hold it.
Hold it. Stay put. Don't leave. We'll be right here. Dance montage. Hold on. I got you covered. Hold on.
Ja, det är ströbröd.
Sorry, we just waited for him to come back.
Jag åker och lämnar Vicky. Snälla Sebbe.
Ja.
Städa ditt rum.
Jo.
Och sen åker jag och köper krukor. Nej, jag ska ha sådana här svarta fina som passar till
All right, I'm back.
Ahoy there!
Jag undrar om alla hörde typ konversationerna från hallen, men i alla fall, who cares? It's my life. You're all welcome to see my life. Hear my life, hear my life. We can stretch those 9 minutes left. We have more.
Of course.
9 minutes left.
Course.
We can still do this.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Fun.
Well, what were we talking about? Half-Life Alyx?
No, Garry's Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Trouble in of course.
It's a very fun game mode, but the problem is just you need to play it with friends because that's more fun.
It's way more fun.
It's way more fun with friends. That comes with all the multiplayer games because that's also the reason why I left pretty much League of Legends. All my friends have stopped playing it.
Oh yeah.
So playing solo queue in League of Legends is tossing yourself into a cage of tigers. You won't survive, basically.
Since
unless you don't toss meat on the other side of the cage and you can just go. But still,
there's one point I want to make before we end this. It's related to streaming, and it's because a lot of people are very some people are insecure about what they should stream, how they should stream, like what should I do, and I usually recommend that you should stay as yourself. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And you should stream whatever you want to, and don't be afraid for feedback. Feedback is very good. Listen to what people are saying, but but don't just adapt 100% to their demands. You need to stream what you want.
Yeah. The problem when it comes to streaming is you can get labeled as that kind of streamer instantly if you stay by trying to stream what everyone else think is popular. Yeah. I followed that pattern at the beginning, but I stayed with League of Legends because I was very intrigued by the lore. So that was my I still have passion for League of Legends when it comes to the lore and the story behind these champions and what interactions they have, and I bring that with me when I go play Legends of Runeterra or Teamfight Tactics, that's why I feel I'm falling off with Valorant, because I don't feel like there is so much intrigued lore. That's why I love Portal. Portal is my favorite game of all time. The Portal story, Ratman, Shell, GLaDOS, those characters, I've been growing up with those characters as well and learned the lore and have played the game like 100 dozen times. For me it's fun to go back to it once in a while and stream it, because for me it's very comfortable. I'm very comfortable playing.
Did you get a chance to meet Ellen McLean, the voice actor for GLaDOS?
No, I wasn't there that day.
Heck.
Yeah, I was pretty sad for not being able to meet her, because I just wanted to ask her so many like GLaDOS related questions. But still, she will come back one day, I think.
It's her and her husband. They're so awesome. They went to NACON twice, which is
just, and that's crazy.
So
twice
crazy.
As well. So the first time I didn't know, but the second time they were coming, I couldn't go that day. Just bad timing in that case. Oh,
no, Iceman.
That's a nice feature. Okay, I saw a nice feature on OBS that you can actually fade over like a DJ. All right, we are closing in on the hour mark of this podcast. We talked about many things. You are welcome to join on the next podcast if you want to, as a guest, but not the main guest, but as a bonus guest, if you want to. But who do you want to spotlight next month?
Let me have a little look see here, because I'm gonna toss someone in here that like.
Pick someone that you feel like this person streams at least once a week. That
here we go.
We can help out.
Here's a Danish fellow. Like we can't guarantee that, like, cause we haven't asked him yet. But here's a guy called OCR Viking. He's a Danish fellow.
Yeah.
Is
he live?
Streams.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's live right now.
Let's visit him a little bit. I think. Let's see how it looks like if you just go like this. Yeah. Just hold on a second. Are you jumping over there as well?
Me? No, I'm actually gonna head off. But I'm gonna be streaming myself in like an hour or something. So.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be nice.
Just gonna see if we can just investigate the stream while we are talking. Oh, that's a very nice fade. All right, but present me. You present me about him. What kind of streamer is he?
I haven't watched him too much, but we've been helping each other back and forward. Like he has hosted me, I hosted him.
Yeah.
He's a very very fitting to his name. He's a very like a Viking fanatic. He has like a
he has a theme behind it.
Yeah,
it's like
he
me
drinks
with
out of a horn.
it's like me with the pandas right here, you know.
Yeah, of course, pandas are great.
That's my thing, the pirate panda. But he plays, I think that's World of Warcraft. I think.
Right now he's playing World of Warcraft, but he also streams Sea of Thieves like me.
Yeah.
Uh,
He joins you on adventures sometimes.
No, we haven't played together yet, but we probably will.
Probably will. It will be interesting to see that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's him. We're gonna make hopefully make him join the next podcast. Hopefully. We're still gonna look around a little bit more for people that we trying to spotlight. And you are of course welcome to the next episode when we do episode 1 if we are gonna do any.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to check you out, where do they search for you?
If you want to check me out, I am on Twitch called EddieTheBear.
EddieTheBear.
It's a straight up EddieTheBear. It will probably be, if this is on YouTube, it'll be in the down in the description below.
Exactly, it's right down there. Other social media platforms you use?
I do, but I'll link you to them, and you can just.
They'll be in the description as well. The first one on the list is his Twitch account, Twitch channel. Then the rest is going to be right under that.
And
right.
The rest of the social medias is also on the channel, so no worries.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me on this episode, on the pilot episode of the Royal Phoenix podcast. A garbage podcast for everyone else, but it's still fun to watch anyway. I feel like that. It's fun to do this kind of stuff once in a while.
It's a great initiative.
Yeah, thanks. It is fun to explore other like types of entertainment. And podcast has always been something that people don't appreciate that much, or like it is like. It's a simple version of radio station. No, it's not. It's just we don't have that much music. But anyway, thanks so much, Eddie, for joining the pilot episode. And I hope I hear you in the future. Maybe we see each other in IRL when this chaos has stopped.
That will be nice after all this chaos.
After all this chaos, it would be nice to see each other and give you a big bear hug to. A panda hug. They became awkward.
Well, you know that's my specialty.
Yeah, I know. And we love it for it. We love you for it. Alright. Thank you so much, dude. And we off. I'm Power Pandemonium. You're watching Royal Phoenix Podcast, and I'll see you all on the next one. Shoo!
Bye-bye. Ooh. That was nice.